tanky. So I would say Execration's timing and peak window is very, very fast. But Call needs a lot more time. They need to be getting a lot of items. I would say 20-25 minutes is their timing, but Execration can definitely fight a lot earlier than that. Like 10 to 15 minutes, they're extremely strong.
All right, I am very excited for this. Again, I'm Annie, that's Winter, and
Wait, look at look at what they're doing. They're getting souls on Limp. They place cogs at the base and Limp is denying.
that's a pretty nice combination there. You are able to get a couple souls just with those cogs right in the base. I've seen that a couple times. But meanwhile, over here, we're gonna have Swindles. The beef bopped up, gonna be taken there. That little ignite right to the face. Abed coming in, maybe trying to get a piece of this. Swindles, he might be forced to level up that Burrow Strike, which he does not want to do. Looks like he is able to go run through. Meepo's attention span not quite long enough, but Swindles gets a stern talking to right there from the Ogres Club.
Jeez, this is okay. Cole is just using one of their, I would say this is something that they prepared for an important match that they want to come up with. We used to see this before when, I think it was Infused that did it with Venomancer Wards plus SF. You just do what they're doing right now, but this is much better. You can do it faster. So Shadowfiend would be, I mean, Shadowfiend has to win his lane. He's going to destroy his lane because of all the damage that he's getting right now.
All right now we got the puck just sitting here into the pit. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of rune contest. It looks like Dire gonna go for the top rune. I'm excited to see how Limp is going to perform on the Shadow
Puck
Fiend.
is going to go back to his lane. He's like, what the heck is going on? Why does the Shadow Fiend have so much damage?
Yeah, he's hitting pretty hard right now. He's got himself.
I mean, this lane is just over for the Puck. He's not going to be able to contest the farm. Like, he might have to constantly use his AWP to take last hits because SF will have a huge amount of advantage in terms of getting in terms of his base damage plus the damage that he got from Necromastery right now over the Puck.
All right, so moving forward, Nando, he got himself that little null tally to start. Do you think we're gonna see, you know, the early Veil build from Nando, or is that just gonna be a casual tally?
This game, I think it's more important for him to get the blink because he needs to initiate for his team. I would expect the Tide to get the mech for the team, so there won't be an early blink on Tide. On RR here, getting
speaking
pressured.
of Tide, he's actually getting pressured so heavily. Pops out with a Fairy Fire, one more hit. I mean, the first blood goes to the Hanskin. Nice body block there from Chessie. He has to take a couple tower shots.
That was really, really good play by Chessie there on the Ember, getting the body blocks off. But like I was talking about, I was expecting the Puck to go for an early blink. Veil maybe later, because I think that Mech on Tide and Blink on Puck, that would be Execration's timing. You want to play a very fast-paced game this game.
Alright, once again, Tidehunter taking some serious damage. I love the early Poison Touch into the Dazzle. How do you think Hanskin's going to build? Do you think he's going to prioritize that Poison Touch, or is that just the value?
Mostly just 1 point, then you prioritize your other spells. Your other spells are just way more valuable than Poison Touch. I think maybe maximum you get 2 points, but you don't go anything more than 2 points. If you need that second point to get another kill on Tide.
Alright, so Silencer doing well, just able to go and bop some serious damage there. Little Glaives doing some work, and Nando's gonna have to go heal up and lane up against the Shadow Fiend. He's doing a lot of damage. Obviously, Shadow Fiend not picked a whole lot in the meta, and you know, why is that, Winter?
I mean, after all the nerfs, and I think especially the change to the mana curse on Raze and how the jungle creeps work, where you get the additional magic resistance on the creeps, so it's very difficult for Shadow Fiend to farm the jungle compared to before. That's why you see the drop-off of Shadow Fiend being used in the competitive scene.
Alright, Nando not able to get a whole lot out of this, has only 8 last hits to the Shadow Fiends, 17 denies on Limp right now. Of course, a lot of those are the cogs, but still, that's gonna be some serious denies adding up right there.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we kind of expected, that Puck can't really do much in his laning phase. Because Shadow Fiend just got such a big head start in terms of his damage. There's not much the Puck can do to slow him down in terms of farming. So he's just gonna have to wait for his level 6. You run around or you react with a TP to turn ganks around and try to get yourself back to the game that way. Because I don't think there's anything he can do in the laning phase against the Shadow Fiend anymore.
Yeah, speaking of our laning phase, down here, Abed doing very well, holding his own in terms of overall last hits, and he has it as level 3. Divided we stand, still not leveled up, but he's going to get some meeps going for himself soon enough. Meanwhile, back to mid lane, we're going to have Z-Freak going back in. You can tell he's itching for something, but only level 3, no hook shot just yet. Now Swindles goes in, deep dive there onto Chemo. They're going to bring in Tins, who's cut himself that ignite if they want to go for the slow, but just able to go through Silencer with some casual harass, holding him back for now, but that's going to be Silencer with some wasted time as Abed gets some nice jungle farm for himself.
Yeah, you look at overall their supports, what their supports are doing on Execration. They're stacking the jungle, there's multiple stacks left and right. They're just preparing this meepo for success.
You almost had that.
Alright, going back in. Swindles, he's doing what he can here. Has himself his boots down.
They're trying to get a lot of pressure onto the meepo by committing 2 heroes into the lane. Swindles was jungling with his Iron Talent before, but right now Call decided we cannot just let the meepo free farm, so they are committing 2 heroes right now onto their offlane to sort of pressure the meepo, but I don't think he cares that much though. He can start to jungle.
Nando could be some trouble here. He went for the rune. He really wants it. Gonna go phase shift back in. One more raise means that is a dead puck and a rune picked up for Limp. Hayes turn if he wants to go make something happen. Meanwhile, down bottom, big stack here. Kimo wants to get his fair share of that, but it looks like Swindles is gonna be taking most of the prize.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Right now, the situation for compLexity is they have to get more advantage so they can sort of deal with the meepo better. And getting that kill there onto Puck is really big for them because like I mentioned, Puck is going to be their important initiator. He has to be able to get an early blink and help his team initiate team fights where they want to fight around 10-15 minutes. Meepo has enough levels and Aghanim's hopefully, and tied with a mech. That is their most important timing for Execration.
Alright, speaking of Tidehunter here, he's going to be sitting back, trying to do what he can. He picks up that little ring of protection, but he's a long ways off from any real items. He's got himself only 9 last hits.
He's doing the Iron Talent jungles.
Yeah.
This lane is pretty difficult after he gave up the first blood. I mean, it's already difficult by itself because Ember deals a lot of magical damage and Tide is more survivable against physical damage because you have the Kraken Charm, you have the Anchor Smash. So right now the laning phase is not that great for RR. He has to wait for the Puck to make a move or someone to make a move or start jungling with Iron Talent.
Going back in here, we're going to have the meepos just going and farming. They couldn't care less. They're getting something done, but there is going to be a smoke rotation, and Z-Freaky's sitting back. Still no hook shot, but they got the raises, the raw damage coming from Limp. This could be very big. The meepos going around farming a small camp. Will they actually get the vision on it? Z-Freak wraps around. They know something's going down. Limp with that long-range raise. Will it be enough to get down Abed? He's scooting his boot right on out of there. And they also do have Ogre down here in the bottom lane. He's got himself the Ignite, but not enough mana.
There's no way they caught up to Abed there. He's just way too fast for them. And he's really close to... Usually he builds Boots of Travel first, so he is 200 gold off that. That's going to allow him to farm even quicker, pressure the map faster. And overall, Call is really worried that the meepo is coming online. You can see that they committed 2 heroes to pressure his farm, and then they made another smoke rotation to try and kill him with the Clock and the Shadow Fiend.
Oh, over here looks like Chessie could be in some trouble. Gonna be taking a little bit of a slow there, but able to leap back to his remnant. Yeah, he's going every which way, but Tidehunter now getting some time to himself in lane. How's that going to impact his scaling?
And he has to be able to, like I said, get the mech, get his levels plus the mech.
Oh, Swindle's gonna be going in. Kimo gonna be trapped in between a dire sandwich. Will be slapped down. Abed able to poof his way out of this. Looks like Hanskin now in some serious trouble. Abed, can he go for the double kill? That's gonna be the burrow strike right now. Swindle can turn this if he wants to. Burrow striking right on through and should be able to get away safely. They are gonna be rotating in Z-Freak, maybe trying to get the wraparound here, but the meepos are still relatively healthy.
They have to give like the Clockwork a lane to get level 6. Like this is the issue of you having the Clockwork support just to help Seraphine get a better laning phase. He has to be jungling at some point into the game to help repay whatever the Clockwork has done for him in the early game.
You can tell Nando's just chomping at the bit to get something done here. His DD will expire, but he has his Dream Coil at the ready. If he can get a kill on the Shadow Fiend, that could be awesome, because Shadow Fiend here, he's sitting back, he's rocking 30 souls right now.
Yeah, despite that one death in terms of CS, he's doing okay. I expected him to get crushed more after what happened in the early game. The Clockwork giving the Shadow Fiend such a big advantage. So 33 last hits to 48 SF, acceptable after one death of the Puck. So they have to be more than happy about that.
Oh, down bottom, we're gonna see something go down. Z-Freak going in, tapping Kimo into the cogs, but Kimo, he seems fine with that arrangement. He's gonna fight to the bitter end. They are gonna get Nando there. He's ready to go. He's got his Dream Coil if needed. Z-Freak gonna get smacked away. They will use the silencer. Now Hanskin, he's on the run here. He's got himself one grave. He goes for the heal onto Swindles. Got himself nice and healthy in the process, but Tim's gonna go through the Fire Blast to lock him down. Hanskin, no time to react. No shallow grave. They lock Swindles in place. Swindles trying to turn things, trying to get something done, but only level 6. Does not have his Epi leveled up. No, Tim's kind of left on his own devices. They're looking for something now deep here. And Tim's, he's gonna be still sitting quite low. Swindles goes back in. Another Burrow Strike as Puck just abandoned ship. No mana, no ability to fight that. Sand King able to have a really nice impact in that fight, picking himself up his first kill.
Yeah, that was really close. That I thought they would not have got the kill because they missed one of the raises from Lim. onto the Ogre, but they still had the follow-up stun from Swindles to actually secure the kill. So overall, it's really important that they get a quick blink onto Sand King. Because like I mentioned, the timing window 10-15 minutes for Execration is going to come. And you have to get your hook shot out, your blink on Sand King so you can defend your towers if you need to. And looking at the Shadow Fiend's item right now, he still has a lot of gold. So like I mentioned, BKB is very important for him in this game.
Yeah, I mean, is that what he's moving toward next, or does he pick up
though.
a Shadow Blade in the meantime, or?
Shadow. If you want to go for Shadow Blade, you have to get a lot of kills. You need to be snowballing right now. I mean, he's not exactly snowballing, so at some point you have to be defending your towers because Execration is gonna force the push soon when they get their timings. So he's going for the early BKB. Like I said, BKB is extremely important.
Just want to take a quick moment. Welcome, everyone. If you're just tuning in, this is going to be game number 2 of Execration versus compLexity. This is a lower bracket game, so loser of this is going to be going home. No more TI6 for you. Now up top, RR gets shackled up. It's just going to bail out of there, hit that TV like it's hot. We are going to have a rotation up. Looks like the Ogre Magi might want to go through, just putting up some nice vision.
Yeah, so right now you can see Lim is transitioning into the jungle and they are allowing Clockwork played by Z-Freak to get his level 6.
Going in. Nando in some serious trouble. Is going to be able to go and leap up to that illusory orb. And that's going to be a free escape pass for him. And, you know, I'm excited to see the first Ravage. Tidehunter holding on to that tightly. When do you think it's going to come out?
I said this before already. They have to get the mech. That's very important. Mech plus blink. I mean, we might see early Ravage if there's a reaction. Like if called.
Nando still in some trouble here. Might be able to hop back. Will be able to do so. Now here we are going to have the Dream Coil popped out. Chesty under tower able to go leap back away to his Remnant. Tidehunter just sitting back, farming the jungle. Nice and cool for him. No pressure just yet, but now with Lim coming in, stealing some of that farm. Nice little bit of farm going his way. Man, 120 gold just from popping out some raises.
Yeah, like you mentioned, the first Ravage will most likely happen when Execration feel they're ready with the Blink and the Mag, and they're gonna force towers, try to get objectives. Otherwise, I don't think any Ravages would happen unless there's gonna be an aggressive play by Call and Execration will be reacting towards it with a TP from Tide. So yeah, I don't think there'll be any Ravages soon until they hit all their items, the Mag and the Blink.
Alright, so Global Silence now is online. Silencer ticks over to that level 6 and has just enough mana for it. And switching over to net worth, we are going to have meepo at the top of the chart. No real surprise there, but he hasn't really felt a whole lot of pressure for the last couple of minutes as he has bailed out into the jungle.
I mean, to be fair, Call did try to test the two heroes on the offlane. We see a hook shot.
Bottom lane, hook shot connects. Chemo in some serious trouble. Mass rotations in, though. Everyone wants to get a part of this. RR is going to go ahead, pop that Ravage, stopping everyone in. Z-Freak taking the anchor snap to face. Abed joins the party. Z-Freak silenced up. There's nothing he can do. He will go down, looking for more. Swindles not able to TP out. One more club of the anchor.
He was able to get his blink before he went down there. So that is really important for them. It's not, he didn't lose to any goal there, got his blink. Despite going down, wasn't a really good exchange there. Two heroes for a lone support silencer, but there you go. A reaction from Execration and compLexity made an aggressive play, allowing them to utilize their first Ravage.
Yeah, meanwhile up top, Chessie able to get a lot of free farm, and we've been talking about how terrifying it is that meepo's been unchecked, but this Ember Spirit, he is actually starting to have a decent impact in this game.
Yeah, but he's gonna take a while more before he reaches his Boots of Travel plus Battle Free state, whereas meepo is gonna get towards his timing, which is the Eggs plus Boots of Travel soon. So meepo is gonna be able to try and influence the game sooner than the Ember can. So that's gonna be the part where compLexity needs to chill and not lose too much objectives before they hit that timing on the Ember. SF is gonna get his BKB soon. He's more or less halfway there right now.
Alright, Z-Freak sitting back, all the Dire Heroes grouping up. There's a smoke on the Clockwork if they want to look for something, but for now they seem content just to exert a little bit of pressure here onto this Radiant Tower.
Yeah, right now they understand that the Ravage is still on cooldown, so they are using this timing to try their best to get as many objectives as they can, since it's a big cooldown and Execration. Cooldowns on Ravage, so they're trying to get any trade-off. When you don't have your spells, you try to get a trade-off. And mid lane,
In some trouble, global silence, he can't run in and out. He's trapped into the dream coil. He just has to sit there and wait for the silence to end. There will be a net coming back up. Oh, the multicast, looks like it hurts. meepo able to go through and snag his 3rd kill of the game onto the Ember Spirit, no less. That is a very, very important.
That was very well done by
Radiant's bottom
Execration.
tower
They
is
used
under
the global
attack.
silence, they followed it up with a waning rift from Nandel, and then it allowed, like, every spell was used at the correct timing, and it allowed the Ogre to come in with the finals disable. And Teams is gonna get hookshot by Z-Freak here.
Oh yeah, he's trapped in there. He's gonna be spraying out the garbage. He wants something out of this. Dazzle doing what he can. Heal Bomb will end up taking it out this time, and that's gonna be Dazzle's 4th kill of the game. He's had a really high impact there with those 2 points in Poison Touch.
Yeah. Good rotations overall, good movements. They don't have any wards in the jungle at the moment. Like against meepo, you want to have wards in the meepo's jungle, so you want to scout out his movements. And Cole right now pressing another tower at top lane. The Ravage is up for Execration, so I would expect Execration to try to defend the towers right now with the Ravage up. They have the mech as well. Ravage, mech, and Blink, so everything is there.
Oh, there is going to be a nice little burrow strike there. They go with the Searing Chains. RR debating whether or not to pop the tentacles. There he goes. Tim's coming in. That's going to be silenced up. They will be able to go through another kill onto the Ember Spirit. Well, that's feeling good. They're looking for Z-Freak now as Abed comes in, joins the party. He wants to throw out the net. Z-Freak going in with the collar, trying to burn up some net up there. It's going to be Swindles popping in with the Epi, but it's just not doing enough. Swindles, no. Bust his load and just sitting back. There's going to be a shallow grave here, keeping everyone safe for now, but Swindles is going to be outlasting that. And they're looking for more here as Liv. He's still going to be able to do a whole bunch of damage. That was beautiful there. Z-Freak looking to turn this right around. Tim's gonna get slapped into place, and now Chemo gonna be one of the lone survivors in this fight. Another nice cog there, but Z-Freak taking one too many tower shots. Abed able to go through and take out the Brad, looking for more. Look at the damage coming out from these moves. They're able to go in, and Abed lives with just a little bit of help. That's not gonna be enough souls to pop him down this time.
Oh, that was a really bad 4 fight. I thought Execration were gonna take the fight after the epicenter didn't do that much, but then the triple stun from Swindles there sort of salvaging the team fight, getting them the kills, but then meepo waited and waited until that he felt like it was the best timing for him to come in there. But the initiation from compLexity there wasn't that great. I felt Swindles was in a very, very good position. He was on the high ground and his team was on the low ground, but all he needed to do there, I think that he needed to wait for Execration to commit, go on to his team, and then he epi in. He epied like probably 1 or 2 seconds too early there.
Yeah, we are going to have meepo going through, picking up that Dragon Hansen. Oh gosh, speaking of meepo, this fight is far from over.
Chessie.
Big silence is there. He's going to try to leap away. Nice burrow strike, connecting onto 3. Swindles might have to trade his life for this. The Glaive's popping around. He will get caught in a net there. Do they have the vision for this? Looks like they are going to be able to go through the AoE. Plenty. And one final spray of damage out from the puck.
They should have gotten the kill on the Ember as well. It was like half a second late on the global there from Silencer. Mid lane.
Yeah, Limp is going to go in. Looks like he's going to be in some serious trouble here. He's only got 27 souls, but that still hurts. Now they're going to be going in. There's going to be a cog doing some work. Limp is still alive for now. Chessie actually coming in. He's going to be leaping away to a safety remnant. Shallow Grave going to be expiring Limp, trying to take someone out with him. Will he be able to do so? No, the souls pop out. Everyone's still alive. The mechanism doing some serious work. Now Hanskin in some trouble. Can RR really dive this? He's so gosh darn tanky there with the 3 points in Kraken Shell. They're wrapping around. They want to find this juke spot. They will be able to go through. They connect there with the Fire Blast. And finally, Puck able to secure his 4th kill of the game.
Yeah, that was really, really bad for Call there. Limp was about to get his BKB. He was on a career, and they fought without the BKB arriving to him. He needed that BKB for that fight. That was really, really bad for Call there. Not fighting with the BKB. That was a disaster.
They're now at a deficit in terms of overall kills and net worth. Golly, that is now about 2,500 in favor of Execration.
So basically, Execration, like I mentioned, they have all the important items: the Blink, the Mech on tight, and you know, Aghanim plus bots. Like everything is there for Execration. They're gonna constantly look for fights when they have their ultimates up. And for Call, they have the BKB up on Shadow Fiend. They need his souls. They have the Blink on Sand King. And the next thing that they're waiting for is the Battle Fury on Ember. Chessie has to be able to get to his Battle Fury timing. That is their best resort against the meepo at the moment.
Oh, Puck getting down and dirty. Goes for that Dagon build now. How do you feel about the Dagon without a veil?
It's mostly for sniping out the Dazzle, because when team is initiating in front, Dazzle is going to be positioned behind, getting ready to create the target that you're focusing. So when you have that Dagon on the Puck, you're able to blink behind, solo kill the Dazzle, take him out of the fight, and allow your team to kill his teammates easier.
Alright, I mean, we have got basically a fully stocked Tidehunter. He's just waiting on his little Blinky coming back in, but he's got himself the makings for Greaves. Do you think he finishes off Greaves first?
I think you get Blink right now. Greaves is not that important for him. in games where you're up against silencers, where there's something important that you want to remove, then you get the greaves early. For
Net
Chesty,
coming in the
oh,
global
he missed.
silence. Yeah, that net is really unfortunate. Another toss will connect, but I don't think the silence is long enough to hold him in place. So unfortunately, a big ulti spent.
They
for
are
no
still
real
strong
reward.
enough, I feel, to be able to just push and get the
Dire's
tower.
top
I don't
tower
think
is
Call
under
can actually
attack.
take a head-on fight right now. They really need to get the battle free on
Dire's top
Chesty.
tower has
With the
fallen.
Ravage, they're still pretty strong. So, oh, they're actually gonna run in.
Oh, they're looking for something here. They're smoking up. They want to get something done. They've got eyes on this puck. And
Swindles is all the way down though. He's not anywhere near his team. He has to get to his team ASAP. Like look at it, look at them. They're so spread out.
Chesty just YOLOing in here, really wants to find something. Tidehunter, they are going in. There will be a hook shot connecting, but Nando should be able to get back up to the high ground fairly safely. Meanwhile, there's a little bit of a 1v1 here. Tidehunter finding Chesty out. There's going to be a remnant down to the low ground. They're looking for something here. The meepos can be running away. Nando ticking after him. Has that negative earn charge coming in. There will be a Dream Coil coming back out. They want to get Swindles locked down. He might be able to do something here. He's going to get a really nice burrow strike. He's still up. He's still fighting, but not going to live for long. It's going to be Abed going in serious damage. As Lim shows off that BKB. Can he actually get down the meepos? Abed still fighting. He's throwing out nets every which way. And now Z-Freak, he's still up. He wants to get something done. Battery assault not going to be enough. The Ravage comes back in. RR. The hero his team needs. Z-Freak, the lone survivor, but not for long. Oh, Meepo. It's going to be an 0 for 5. Triple kill for the puck.
Man,
but Meepo is doing the real damage there.
What was going on in complexity's mind right there? They initiated with the hook shot onto puck, but Sand King was not in position for a power strike there. There was a huge miscommunication there for Call. They did not position their team well enough to be able to take the team fight. I get the idea that they wanted to take a fight without global silence, but they just didn't have the positioning. They did not coordinate that fight very well.
Oh, I love this build from Abed. I've seen him do it a couple of times there. 2 Dragon Lances. It's so cost effective. I mean, yeah, people are like, oh, Meepo's not ranged. It doesn't work. But it's just so effective. It gets Meepo up and fighting before his usual power peak, before he's known to be a real fighter. And I mean, look at him now. We're 19 minutes in the game.
Oh, he missed the waning rift there. Otherwise, he would have gotten the solo kill on Dazzle. Nice try there by Puck. But like you mentioned, Dragonlance is a very cost-efficient item on Meepo. Any stat hero in general. Heroes that utilize stat very well. We see Dragonlance on Morphling. We see Dragonlance on even Gyrocopters. Like that item is just very good.
So Swindles here on the Sand King. Definitely a different Sand King than we saw last game played by Execration. You know, oh god, Meepo,
This Meepo is
please
just...
relax. And takes out the courier too. I mean, that's just a knife in the heart right there. And now we're going to be looking for more. Jesse, the global silence comes out. It's going to be godlike for the Meepo. Abed spraying out nets left and right. Doesn't even matter if it doesn't catch anything. Just his ferocious presence is enough to drive back all the complexity.
He's too powerful right now. Like,
it's crazy. Hamstring's going to try to TP out. Can they actually break it? Swindles is going to be focusing his efforts elsewhere, trying to get Abed stuck down, but Swindles just limping away. And that's going to be him just scurrying around, using that blink to the best of his ability, going in for the burrow strike. But man, Abed is relentless. Oh god, brings in the damage beyond godlike now. 10-0-6 on the little meeps. Is there anything complexity can do?
at the moment, none. They have to wait for their Battle Fury on Ember. The Meepo is just, like I said, they hit their power timings right now and they are way stronger than Call, and Call is far behind. They don't have enough farm on their heroes. So they're not going to be able to take any fights, and that poor Dazzle there.
Please relax. I mean, just look at the level split right now. Meepo level 20.
Oh, he was close. He almost got Z-Freak there.
Ugh, it's really vicious right now, complexity. They've got like one final last stand in them, but this Meepo just picks them off left and right. He's so mobile. Booth that travels every which way, pooping around, hopping back to base for a brief sip of the well before he's able to go and finish the job, rip off the band-aid, and take complexity out of TI6.
This guy just understands Meepo very well. He builds a draft around his Meepo. Everyone would allow, like every single one on his team allows Meepo to shine better and understands his timing windows. They're just using their timing very well right now because they understand that they're stronger, and before they have the battle free on Ember, there's not much they can do against the Meepo.
I mean, there's a reason Meepo is respect banned against Abed in every single game of this tournament so far, except for this one, and we're seeing it. Abed here, 15 years old, and already one of the most ferocious Meepo players in the world.
Is under attack.
Well, I'm sure someone will figure something out against Meepo if it's picked early, because I feel like that hero is still a pretty situational hero. He's a good hero, but situational. Not the best hero in the meta. And opening the hero in the first phase allows your opponent to plan ahead on getting the heroes to deal with the Meepo. Like, you can only ban out 2 good counters against the hero.
Yeah, I mean, do you think for complexity this was kind of a draft loss or execution, or where did it all go wrong? How did meepo get to this point?
I think they have a pretty good job at dealing with meepo. Even though I feel meepo's the teammate meepo has around him, this game is really good to allow meepo to shine. But I feel the execution of call was really lackluster this game. The team play was not good. The way they took team fights and their movements as a team in general, they just didn't play well, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, was it just down to laning stage or down to that one smoke rotation? It seems like there was just such a crucial point where meepo started to be like, oh god, we have to deal with this.
I think their laning phase was okay this game. Last game they lost their lanes because of the Earth Spirit rotation, but this game there was not much rotations and they didn't lose their lanes. It was just when it comes to execution, they didn't execute as well. And execution understood their timings, the blink on top, Mac on side, and they just kept taking fight after fight when meepo has Aghanim's and Boost of Travel.
Alright, this is the last hold coming up here. We've got the TP back from Sand King. He was trying to push out and rat out that top lane, but has to bail out. His racks are more important. They go in, they just blow up Chessie like it's nothing. He buys back immediately. This is the Hail Mary play right here. You've got Hanskin trying to do what he can, looking for a nice little weave here. They are able to go through, get a stun onto Abed. They go for the poison patch, but a triple man dream coil. It's looking nice for Apocalypse to blink and he gets off the nice little souls. But Abed, he's getting low. He's got the Aegis. They're turning things onto Liv. There's nothing they can do about it. And then the Requiem comes out. The Ravage to finish everyone off. Everyone's dropping down to the grave. There's going to be no buyback on the Emperor Spirit. No buyback on the Shadow Feed. This could be it. The racks are under attack. meepo is still up, still fighting, still has an Aegis. They're looking for everything they can possibly get swindled. There's going to be no epics for him. Nice Blink Strike coming back in. But oh gosh, they're looking for something here. And it's an ultra kill from Abed. Can he get the Rampage? Sand King, the lone survivor, scurrying back to his base, sitting in the fountain while everything all goes down. The racks are falling apart. This is unbelievable for Execration, able to go in again. This is complexity's last shot, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to hold out for now, as Execration going straight for the objectives, keeping their eyes onto the prize. They're going to be rotating the meepo back in, everyone healing up nicely, going for a second lane of racks rather than the tier 4s.
And he used that Ethereal Blade to actually save himself, not wasting the Aegis there. Now goes back to base, heals to full HP, comes back again. This is GG. Like this.
It's looking real tough. I think Complexity, they're going to stay into the bitter end again. This is their last taste of TI for this year.
There's nothing they can do against the meepo. Ember was forced to buy back, and there's no way he gets the battle for you now. And they just need to 5-man that run down bottom and just end the game.
Yeah, I mean, he's just absolutely dirt poor here. Looking at the overall net worth, the support Ogre Magi is surpassing him. It's rough, man.
The only way I see Call winning a team fight is somehow Swindles lands with at least 4 heroes in his Barrow Strike, plus all the meepos somehow, and they land a Requiem on top of that.
I mean, he's had some fantastic Burrow Strikes. The problem is
it's not enough damage.
You get a bunch of heroes stunned up, and then what? You drop the Requiem, and even at max souls, everyone can live through it.
And they have a pipe on Ogre. They are not going to be able to kill them. Like, this item is so good on teams. They're just basically building items to help meepo survive against this AoE.
Overall XP and gold is going to be approaching.
No, they are not going to kill Abed. They're definitely not going to kill Abed. Like, not even once. Like, he has Aegis. How are they going to kill him twice?
Oh, well, he's just going in, just laying into these towers. The full entire team looking to contest that. Rocket Flare comes in. Jesse, he's waiting. He will get a nice Searing Chains onto 3. They're looking for something, but the rest of the Radiant are now behind them. Tim's going to be coming in. Jesse going to get netted up. There's the global silence. This is going to be the last hold to go in. Godlike streak down for the puck as well. Nando doing his work. Swindle's going to get lost in place. Burrow Strike. Requiem, but it's not enough. Swindle's tethered in place with the green coil lift. Trying to do the can, crashing around, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to be falling back to grave. Has one more buyback with the GG. Comes out. Complexity eliminated from TI6. Execration take them out in an easy 2-0. They're going to move forward in this bracket, but holy hell, Winter, what was that game?
It was just a one-man show. I mean, even though I want to say it's a one-man show, but his teammates just basically set him up for success. All of his teammates, everyone played their roles perfectly. This game, Nando had the hardest game, I felt, because of the disadvantage that he had in the lane against the Shadow Fiend after what they did with the Clockwork Cogs, allowing Shadow Fiend to have full souls when he come into the lane. I mean,